everybody, and welcome to episode 50 of Nicolo's World Podcast. I am your host, Nicole. 50! We're halfway to 100! Guys, can you believe it? We're at the end of the year, and we're halfway to 100. Wow! I can't talk today, and I'm not going to edit this. If this is your first time checking me out and watching me, thank you so much. And if you're a returning viewer, as always, thank you so much for coming back another week. Today is Saturday, December the 27th, 2014. How is everybody? I hope you had a great Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas. If you don't, I hope you had a great day on the 25th. I say let's grab your favorite beverage of choice and let's get started. Today, I am sipping some vanilla caramel tea by Bigelow. All right, I am working off no show notes today. I am flying blind, so let's get started. So if this episode is a little aloof, forgive me. I have finished objects, lots of works in progress, and periphery. All right, first of all, I'm going to say if you guys have earbuds in, I'm going to apologize for any dog barking that may happen, which it probably will. So I'm just warning you right now. Alrighty then, let's get started. Administrati, we have a cow going on. It is our holiday gift cow. It started October the 19th and ends on January the 8th, 2015. I will be locking the thread on midnight or thereafter on the 8th. Give or take, it may be later on the 8th, depending if I'm awake around midnight to close it. If not, it'll be that morning, so it still gives you time to slide stuff in. If you are joining me for the first time, even if you have works in progress, I will read you guys the rules and guidelines. I'm sure you can probably repeat them by now, but here we go. It has to be knit or crochet, has to either be a gift you're going to give to someone, has been given to you. Yes, I'm counting any knit or crochet items that were given to you because us as crafters tend to make pretty things for each other. It can be a gift you're going to give to charity in the holiday spirit. It can be a gift you're going to give to yourself. Quote unquote selfish knitting or crocheting as some people call it, but I do not look at it that way. You can also enter your toys in as well. They count. I know that a lot of people are participating in the Bakery Bears and Pen, Hook, and Needles toy along, as I am myself, so the toys count. I am counting toys. Everybody loves getting a toy, you know. Who doesn't love a little knit or crochet something like that? They're cute. It can also be something that you're making for your home, community, for the holiday season, for work, so on and so forth. If you are not sure if it fits in with the holiday guidelines, feel free to ask me. You can dip in other groups as long as it's okay with their rules and guidelines. I'm sorry. As far as photos go for your works in progress, 1 photo per week of all your works in progress. I don't care if you have 10 works in progress, you can put a picture of all 10 in for the week, and if you finish 1 or 2, or if you finish 5, you can put the finished pictures in. And of course, post them to our group. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. There is also a prize. I do not have the prize with me. I am currently away. So if you want to know, the prize is 4 skeins of Wool in the Woods, colorway Thief in the Night. It is 97% wool, and I forget what the other percentage is. If you want to see what the prize looks like, refer to episode 49 and 47 of this podcast. I'm sorry that I do not have it with me, but I am away, and that would be a lot to carry along with me right now. You know how it goes when you're traveling? You can't take everything. I'm sorry. I will draw for the winner via random number generator on my next podcast, which will be on January. It'll either be January the 9th or January the 10th that I will do my next podcast. So the winner will be drawn then via random number generator. And what I will do is I will ear burn you on the thread, letting you know if you're the winner. And I will give you applicable enough time to contact me. And if for some reason that I wouldn't hear from the lucky winner, I would also contact you and let you know to message me with your contact information on where to send the prize. All right, so that is that. Other administrative stuff. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry if I'm nasally. My allergies are starting to act up this morning. We have a Facebook group, Nickel O's World Podcast on Facebook. Feel free to look us up if you're on there and come and join. It is a closed group. However, if you click that you want to join, I will add you to the group. The reason that I have it closed is because I'm afraid of spammers and spam bots coming into the group and spamming the group up. The group is for all of us, and I want it, if everything seems to go as well, maybe then I'll open it, but I'm just afraid of somebody coming in and spamming our group. It's our community group. It's for all of us to talk and chat, and we can post pictures of finished objects, share little neat things, whatnot. Because I know that some of you that watch me on YouTube, you may not be part of our, I need to sit up straight. I'm like hunchback today. Anyways, I'm digressing. I know that some of you that maybe watch me on YouTube, you're not part of the RAV group. So whether you don't want to join our Ravelry group, Nickel O's World Podcast, the Facebook page is available to you where you can join and take part that way. Or if you're on our RAV group, feel free to join the Facebook group. We also have a blog, Nickel O's World Podcast.blogspot.com. I do have it up to date with current show notes. There are some episodes where either I didn't have show notes or I forgot to put them in. But I am going to try to get better on that within the next coming year. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, we also, like I said, we have the RAV group. Come on over. The Facebook page, the blog. I also have our December finished object thread open. I will keep that open till December the 31st, around midnight or thereafter, and then I will close it. I might even close it on January the 1st, depending. So yeah, come on over and post in there. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, I do have the Ask Nicole thread. I did answer some questions on that last week. All right, and I almost forgot, I want to wish everybody that has had or will have a birthday in December a very happy, wonderful birthday. If you happen to be one of the lucky ones that were Christmas Eve or Christmas Day baby, you rock. Extremely happy birthday. And by the way, if you are, how did your birthday work out? Like, did you get extra Christmas presents or extra birthday presents, or was it like just mixed in together? I often wondered that. All right, moving along. Finished objects. I have two, which none are here with me, but I can show you via picture. One you absolutely cannot see, and I'm going to keep teasing you guys until I am allowed to show you. It's a secret crochet project. I am going to keep teasing you guys about it because I'm having so much fun teasing you and keeping you guys in suspense. Wow. And keeping you guessing on what it could be. There's only a few, maybe two of you that actually know what it is, and I know you're not going to tell. The other one I can show you, and let me also get it up on my project page so that I do not butcher it. All right. Here it is. It is called Shivers the Snowman Ornament. It is by Lisa Sparklepunk. She is part... Oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank, Lisa, on the group? Oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank here? Oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. You're probably there screaming at me. You guys know exactly who and what I am talking about, and I am getting it up. They have a podcast on YouTube. And I feel so bad because I'm drawing a blank here. It is the K2 Tog podcast. And Lisa has a gorgeous pattern of Shivers the Snowman ornament. It was released in November of 2009. It is a free pattern on Rav. My finished object, however, is a little bit bigger than what the pattern calls for. And I did my eyes completely different. I have been told that mine looks like a little beatnik snowman, and that's okay. But here he is. He is Shivers the Snowman. He is at home sitting on my fireplace. I used black yarn that I had left over from my secret crochet project. And I made some little big button cold looking eyes and a little... I used some orange that I had from my barley hat, and I crocheted him a little nose and the scarf. I did not make little buttons to go down the front for the front like you normally see in a snowman. My grandma thinks he's adorable. I have been told by people that he looks like a little beatnik, that I should have put something to make it look like he was wearing sunglasses. But isn't he adorable? He is so cute. I did enter him in the Penhook Needles toy along. So if you guys get a chance, go check out Lisa's pattern, Sparklepunk. It is published in Extreme Lee Originals. It is super quick, super fun, super fast to do. I think I did this guy in less than an hour. Now, I did use a bigger hook than what was called for. I used my US 5 crochet hook. And for the eyes and the nose, I went down to a C crochet hook, which is a 2.75 mil crochet hook. So that's the finished object. I can show you guys. The other one, you're just going to have to wait. Nanner. Sorry, but I had to tease you guys. Works in progress. I have a lot of works in progress, you guys. Where to start? I'm sorry for the sniffing. I'm trying not to pause this and blow my nose. All right. Dun, 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 dun. You guys have seen this bag before. You're probably thinking, Nicole, you finished your Halloween socks. You finished your spectacular socks. I know that I did, but I started more socks. I am like on a sock kick, you guys. You're not going to believe it. I had a hankering and I don't want to say a craving, but I had a itch to start new socks. And these are called Sweet and Spicy Vanilla Socks. This is yarn that I won a year ago, maybe 2 years ago on the Turbo Knitter podcast from Ken. Hi, Ken. And I've been, as the fat squirrel would say, Amy Beth, I've been squirreling away this yarn. I wanted to get better at my sock knitting before I used this yarn. And so I just kept it in my stash, and I was like, I want to use that yarn. I know what I'm going to do. And I didn't want to do a particular pattern sock because I seen the way the sock works up. like, the yarn works up, and I was like, I don't want to ruin it by putting a pattern, so I'm doing a simple vanilla sock. The yarn is opal yarn. It's the pull over and sock and well. It's called Sweet and Spicy, and that is the name of the colorway. It is, Nicole, find something in English, because you definitely do not know how to read or speak German. It is 75% wool, 25% polyester, I'm thinking, if my translation is right. I do understand some German and can translate some written German into English. But if I am wrong, please contact me. Here is what it looks like knit up, and I'm assuming one of those is the colorway. If you understand German, please contact me and let me know. Here's the name. I do not know if this is retired colorway or if it is still active, but I just love it. This is my very first time ever using opal yarn and opal sock yarn, and I am in love. I want to get more skeins of this. Here's what the skein looks like. It is 100 grams. I don't know what the translation in English is. I'm assuming it's 400. I'm guessing 100 grams. I'm assuming it's like 420 some yards. I could be wrong. If you know the translation of what 100 grams equals into yards, please feel free to contact me. I know you're probably yelling at me and I can't hear, but let me know. Here's what it looks like. And it is very true to color, as you guys are seeing it. Here is the sock so far. I'm doing it on Cirque, toe up, Turkish cast on. I did a Turkish cast on, and yes, it's sticking its tongue out at you. I was here last week. I started this last week. I'll tell you what day I started this on. Oh, I don't have a start date. I know I started it last week, and I posted photos of it. I know it was last week. I don't remember the day. Shame on me. I should have marked the day, but this is where I was last week. And this is where I am now. Did a Fish Lips Kiss heel, and I will say, you guys, I am so proud of myself. I am getting so good at the Fish Lips Kiss heel. I actually can almost do the Fish Lips Kiss heel without reading it now. This is like my second or third time ever doing the Fish Lips Kiss heel. I have done several other heels. I have done your regular, true heel flap and gusset, which I don't care too much for a heel flap and gusset. I have done Kate Bordy's sweet tomato heel. I do love that. I do like that. That does fit me good. Ron Strong in my Boutacular Socks had a heel flappy gusset type. I don't want to say the name of the heel because it's a paid for pattern, but if you've seen it, you'd know what it is. But my favorite, and I really like it because it fits me well, is the Fish Lips Kiss heel. Let me see, and I have my little sock blank here so that I could tell when to do the heel. Let me see if I can get it on here and show you guys. And as you can see, the pattern for the sock works up really, really well. I've just been doing this while I've been watching TV at night, just sitting there knitting. As far as cast-ons go, I know I've been trying to do a lot of cuff down to get better at Kitchenering, but I just had to do a toe up, and I do like the Turkish cast on. I don't know why. I like that one the best. But here is what it looks like on the sock. And as I said, you guys can see, how beautifully this yarn works up. And you could see why I did not want to do it in a pattern, that I wanted to let it work up the way it does. But this is where I am at so far, and like I said, and if you guys notice, I was saying last podcast about my laddering. My laddering has gotten better and practically non-noticeable. Thanks to somebody on Instagram. I'm not going to mention who they are because I didn't get their permission, but they gave me an idea on how to stop my laddering. I was getting laddering on DP ends and on circs, and it was frustrating me. But I now know how to correct that problem. If you're wondering what needles I am using carbon or carbons, as some people have put it. And they are US 1. No, they're not US 1s. They're US 1.5. Which is, I want to say 2.75. I could be wrong. Yeah, the US 1.5. 2.50 mils. I have, it used to be written on here and it wore off, but I will put I'll put it in the show notes, the correct size of the needles. I do love these socks. Oh, they're so soft. And I just sit there and I knit. I'm like, come on, I want to get to the next color change to see what it's going to look like. Knit. So I am ecstatic with this, and it is true to color. And I am sorry, I should have put my phone on vibrate, but I did not. Bad me. Oh, and if you're wondering where I got this bag that says Makeup, Love, and Beauty and all, or Beauty Shop, I got it at Dollar General. I was originally going to use it as a little travel bag for makeup, but I didn't like it, and I decided that it fit as a bag to carry my knitting and crocheting in. Oh, and I'm going to take this little stitch marker off and move it up for you guys. Or actually, if I had a different one, I'm going to put a different one on it. I'm going to put a different one on it when I get home. But, yeah. I highly recommend this yarn. Oh, about the bag. Sorry, I have like ADD for a minute. The bag. I got it, as I said, at Dollar General. I have not seen any more in this type of material since, and I loved it. I only paid $5 for it, and it works as a great project bag. If you guys know where I could get more like this, let me know, because I absolutely love them, and it makes perfect for sock yarn. It does. And we're back. I had to blow my nose. I'm sorry. Next work in progress is being kept in this other bag. If you're wondering where I got this bag, this is like a little makeup bag or something. I got it at Dollar Tree for $1. And it works great for socks. Because it's like bigger on the inside. Alright, I am doing another sock, you guys. I know, Nicole, you're like totally crazy. You got 2 different socks going. I know. And the pattern I am doing, it is a popular pattern on Rav, and it's called Hermione's Everyday Socks. And it's by Erica Lueder, Lueder, and published in Dreams in Fiber. And it is a free pattern on Rav. And you guys are probably like, I didn't know you liked Harry Potter, Nicole. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I am a pattern of the sock. So, let me show you guys without trying to give, well, it's a free pattern, but still. That's what it looks like, Hermione's Everyday Sock. It is cuffed down, and it calls for a heel flap and gusset. See? However, I am not doing a heel flap and gusset. I am going to do Fish Lips Kiss Heel. Surprise! That's one thing I like about socks, you guys, is you can alter what kind of heel you're going to use. You don't have to always use the heel that's called for. So, let me show you where I'm at. Yes, I am doing them on Cirques. Here is what they look like so far. I am into the patterning part. No, I don't have an end weaved in, and that is quite okay because it does not bother me right now. But here's what it looks like. I do like the way it is working up. It is working up gorgeously. Can you guys see the Yeah, now you can. How it's working up. It is cuffed down. If you're wondering what these needles are, they're my China needles that everybody's been buying on eBay. Here is the yarn. It is showing up true to color today. And if you're wondering what it is One Ball Makes a Pair Lion Brand Sockies, finished with aloe vera, and it is in the cotton candy colorway. See? Cotton candy colorway by Lion Brand. I got this at, earlier this year, I got this at Joann's Fabric. Any of you that go to Joann's, has your Joann stopped carrying this brand of Lion Brand sock yarn? Because I went back there to look for more sock yarn like this because I really like that One Ball makes a pair of socks. And I wanted to get more in different colors, and I didn't see it there. I saw Deborah Norville, I saw Premier, and I saw something else. But I didn't see this Lion Brand there. I didn't see Red Heart, Heart, and Soul there. Are they not carrying it anymore? Sorry if you hear the outside noise. Also, does AC Moore carry it? Or did Lion Brand stop making this yarn anymore? If they did, I'll be really bummed because I'm really liking the feel and the way this works up, and I really want to get more. So if you guys know any big box stores that carry it, let me know. Because I do want to get more. It is very nice to use, and I love how it works up. And I will give you the specs on this. My needles I am using are, I went down to a US 1, which is a 2.25. I purposely went down a needle size. I normally use my US 1.5, my 1.5. But I decided I wanted to go down a needle size to see. I warned you guys, you'll hear barking, sorry. I purposely wanted to go down a needle size to see how much of a difference it makes when I wear my socks. So we'll see. It's a fun little experiment. And as I said, Fish Lips Kiss Heel I'm going to use. If you are new and you're wondering what Fish Lips Kiss Heel is, it is a heel pattern. It is paid for. It only costs $1, and it's by the Sock Therapist. And I tell you what, you guys, it's the best dollar I spent because she gives thorough instructions, a YouTube link to help you, and it's worth the money. I've gotten over my dollars amount worth over it. So here they are again. This one I'm kind of just working on at my leisure. I'm alternating between socks. I'd like to have this done to show. I'd like to have a sock done next year to show you guys in this one. And hopefully this one, but this is just at my leisure. Alright, moving along. And if you guys have a Dollar Tree near you and you do have like little makeup bags like this, these do make great little project bags. And it also makes great little bags like if you want to store stitch markers and all in. It works for that too. Alright, you guys. I haven't worked on it in a while, but I picked it up. My Ice Cardigan by Carol Feller. It is a free pattern on Rav. And if you click the link, it'll take you to a site called nitty.com. But it is a free pattern. I am using US 10 6 mils. As I said, it's by Carol Feller. It is in Nitty's Fall 2010 is when it came out. In case you click the link and it takes you to Nitty, it is in their Fall 2010. It is available for free, and here is what it looks like. It is a cute little cardigan. Also, this picture does not do it justice. If you go on Rav on the project page for this, the other pictures on there do it justice and better pictures. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, it does go by sizes go from extra small to 3X, so it gives you plenty of leeway. I originally, if you've been following me, I started this pattern in Lion Brand Homespun, and I hated it. I didn't hate the pattern, I disliked the yarn. It was hard to work with, so I frogged it and restarted it. And when I originally started the pattern, I did the extra large, which they call the 1X, which would have been the 46.5 bust size, or the 46.5 inches, which is the bust, and the length would have been like 21.5. It gives it like it goes like bust size, like chest size, from 30.5 inches all the way up to 54.5 inches. And because I was reading the finished measurements, I fall in between the large and the 1X. And when I was doing the 1X, it was quite big on me. And if you guys followed me, I did make Mel Ski's one sweater called the Friendship Sweater. The Ho Aloha, I think it's called. I know I'm butchering on how to say it. And I didn't do a large. I did the extra large, and it is big on me. I got gauge, but I don't know how big I think I am. So when I redid this pattern, I went down a size to the large, which chest measurements are 42.5 inches and like 21 inches, the length 21 or 21.5. I am using Red Heart Super Saver in the turquoise colorway, which is one of my favorite colors by Red Heart. You will see if you follow me, I reclaimed this yarn from another project, which I'm glad I did because I am loving this sweater. You guys, the last time you've seen it, I was at the underarm. I just divided off of the sleeves. This is a raglan top down. But here's where I'm at so far. You guys will see I just finished the bust decreases and increases last night. So now I can just knit, to make it as long as I want. It says I can make it, this is free, I'm not giving anything away. It says knit till you're 13 inches from the underneath the arms. But I'm actually going to keep knitting and making this as long as I want. It's my cardigan, so I can make my cardigan as long as short as I want. I will have to go, and I'm sorry for the barking, pick up then for the button band and the sleeves. I know if I go to try it on the other way to show you guys, it won't go because I don't have long enough cable. So you can kind of see it's like I have this much to go till it gets to my waist. But I am pleased with how it is turning out. I do have to put the color on as well. I was worried that it was going to be too small on me because it is a large. But I am not worried. And I am sorry for the barking. I am not worried because I was checking this yarn out and it stretches immensely, and I will be blocking this so I know that it will fit. As you can see, it stretches. So far, this is how much I have on my first skein. You're probably like, Nicole, that looks like a big skein. Yes, don't forget I reclaimed this yarn, so yeah. Would I knit this pattern again? Abso-positively. Hi, buddy, my little co-host here. Isn't he cute? No, you can't have that. I will have to pause. And I'm back. Sorry about that interruption. I had to take that phone call. That was my Nana. And, well, if I didn't answer it, she'd think something was wrong. You know how grandmothers are. They worry. All right, getting back to this. As I said, it's super easy knit to do. I really like it. I am going to make it longer than what it states for this cardigan. And then after that, I can bind off and pick up for the sleeves and the button band. I don't know what kind of buttons I'm going to use on this yet. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to wait until I have it knit up and have the holes for the buttons, and then decide what buttons that I'm going to use. I know some of you are probably thinking, Nicole, that is not a wise decision. You should have the buttons beforehand. But I don't, so I'm going to fly on the seat of my britches on this one for the buttons. Because I figured once it's done, I can obviously take this with me to the store, have it on, and match different buttons up to it. And see which ones I like. I normally don't do that. I normally have them picked out beforehand. Normally, I'll take the yarn with me, or if I'm buying the yarn at the store, I'll just go to the button aisle and match it up by color. If you are wondering what needles I am using, they're US 10 6 mils Hiya Sharps. See, Hiya Sharps. I absolutely love these needles. They do live up to their name as being sharp. I would definitely get them again. All right, moving right along, I picked up my MPG, my multi-purpose garment that I've been working on, and it is by the lovely Emily from I can't talk today, Fibertown Podcast, and it is a paid-for pattern. It costs $5.50. And it is called, you can type in MPG or multi-purpose garment, and you will get it up, and it is Fibertown Designs by Emily. It calls for US 7 4.5 mil, and it is, I simply love this garment. It really is multi-purpose, as the name lives up to it. I want to show you guys without giving the pattern away because it is paid for. Here is what it looks like when it is worked up. I think it is gorgeous. And here, all right, you guys can't see that. Here is 2 more ways that you can wear it. I do love how that obviously is multi-purpose. It is in a project bag. I am in Mary Maxim's Knit Club of the Month, and this is, the yarn came in this bag. It was obviously used for different projects. The yarn's left over, and I like the bag, yes, these clear little bags. I am using Mary Maxim's Milan yarn. It is yarn that's left over from my October Knit Club of the Month project, and I decided to make the MPG out of it. Here it is, Mary Maxim Milan. I really love this yarn. I do recommend it. It is approximately 219 yards, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. And here's the specs for the color. It's like self-striping. It reminds me of Bernat Mosaic and Red Heart's Unforgettable Boutique or whatever it's called. Except it's so much more better to work with. And it's so soft. Guys, it's so soft. You would never think that it was acrylic and wool together. It does not feel acrylic. I'm one of those people, I don't mind working with acrylic. I like acrylic yarns, but there are some acrylic yarns that I have worked with that feel like plastic shopping bags. But this does not. Here's how far I am. If you have been following me, I am quite far. I am into the third pattern repeat. I can say that because I'm not giving anything away. And this is very true to color because I'm getting good natural light. I know it is kind of like rolling up, but that's because it's not blocked. I love how it's working. This is my second skein of yarn. I used part of my first one, but here's my second skein. And yes, I am playing Yarn Chicken. I'm hoping I have enough to finish this. I probably will not have enough yarn out of this skein. Sorry, I will not have enough to finish it. As you can see, the color changes. So I'm probably going to have to order another skein from Mary Maxim. And if you're wondering how much these cost, they're $6.99 a skein, and they're worth it. So worth it. I am using the 4.5. As I said, I'm hoping I have enough yarn to finish the project. If I don't, it will have to sit on hold till I order more yarn, but I'm going to see. Normally when I play Yarn Chicken, I never win. So I'm suspecting that I won't win this time, but that's okay, because I already know that in advance. But this is how it's working up. I think it is beautiful. It is a fun little design she came up with, and I cannot wait to try it out. And of course, my Gram's teasing me, she's like, that's never going to fit you, because it works up, because of the way it works up size-wise. She's like, that's going to be too small. It's never going to fit you. And she does it to tease me because she secretly likes this, and instead of asking me if she can have it or she could borrow it, she teases me. She goes, it's too small. I go, ha ha ha. I said, not once I block it to an inch in its length, it won't be too small. I said, it'll fit, it stretches. But of course, if you know me, if my Gram likes it or she wants to wear it, I let her. But she loves to tease me because of the way it fits on the needle. She's like, it's not gonna fit. And she only does it just to tease me, and I get a kick out of it and play along with her. She always says that, like a lot of my garments I work on, if it's knit in the round on cable, she's just like, not gonna fit you, not gonna work, it's gonna be too small. And the first time she did that to me, I didn't think she was teasing me. And I'm like, it is gonna fit. And she's like, relax, I'm only teasing. I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, but it is funny. She goes, when you're working on something on cable, she goes, on a circular knitting needle, she goes, they never look like they're gonna fit. They always look too small. She goes, but that's because of the way, she goes, it sits on the cable before you block it out. But yeah, that's everything that I have for works in progress this week. So I am going to go into life and what has been going on with me. So if you're leaving me now, bye. I'll see you guys next year. That's funny to say. I'll see you next year since this is my last podcast of the year of 2014. So if you're going to leave me now, bye. I will see you next year. All right. If you're still with me, let's move on. We're going to go into a little year-in review of life. Yeah, my Christmas was good, you guys. How was yours if you celebrate Christmas? I went to Mass on Christmas Day with a friend of ours. Went to Mass, came home. We had we had your Christmas dinner. We had ham, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, breaded cauliflower. If you live around this area, if you live maybe in Germany or something, you've heard of lettuce with hot bacon dressing. We had that. I think that's more of a Pennsylvania Dutch thing. I'm not sure. But you may be familiar with it. If not, yeah, it is really good. If you'd like to learn how to make it, let me know. I'll tell you how to do it. Maybe show you guys how to do it. Didn't do anything too exciting last weekend or this weekend. Just stayed home, got Christmas stuff together, and finished a little decorating. Nothing too exciting this week. Not doing anything for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, just staying home. Wasn't invited by anybody to go out anywhere, so that's okay. Because a lot of people are going to be out, and sadly they're going to be drinking, and that's not, to me, what New Year's is for. New Year's is, I think it should be a time that you get together with friends and have a nice time. You don't have to go drink and get drunk and whatnot, but, that's everybody's own prerogative. Let's see, what else? Oh, year-end review. As I was saying, last week I was asked, and I did answer what projects I'd like to have done by the end of 2015. And those projects are my sweater and at least one log cabin blanket, which I definitely would like to get done. I'd also like to start a barn raising quilt. The squares, if you've seen them, they're like made out of sock yarn, and I'd like to start that next year, but no rush on that because I also want to work on a knitted log cabin. I do have plans to go to Maryland, sheep and wool again next year, which I will be going on a yarn diet for, so that I can buy all kinds of goodies. This year was my first year that I went to it, and I didn't know what to expect, so I massively contained myself. I was like, I didn't know what to expect, because my first Sheep and Wool Festival was here in Pennsylvania at Hartford, and it was small, so I didn't know what to expect in Maryland. So I was like, I want all this stuff. So now that I know what it's like, I know enough to put myself on a yarn diet now and squirrel away some of my spending money that I would for yarn to put it away. Let me adjust you guys. Okay. To put it sorry, if you're like motion sickness, you're probably like, Nicole, stop it. Alright, I'm trying so you guys don't get the sun because of the way it sits. Okay, there. Sorry. So yeah, I'm putting myself after Christmas starting in January on a yarn diet. However, the only way I'm allowed to get myself yarn in between now and between May. Well, actually, I'll put myself on a yarn diet starting December the 31st. And the only way that I can buy yarn is if I go to big box store like Joann's or AC Moore, and they have the mill ends stuff. The mill end stuff. I will allow myself to buy that because I usually buy their mill ends cotton yarn, which I use to make dishcloths and towels and wash rags and all. And I also use them to make market bags. So I am allowing myself to buy cotton yarn and sock yarn. So that is the only way I'm allowing myself to buy yarn. Or unless somebody wants me to make a project for them and they give me the money to buy the yarn, then yeah. And my Knit Club of the Month subscription. That is the only other way I am allowing myself to buy yarn, is if it's the Mill Ends cotton yarn, sock yarn, or Knit Club of the Month, or if anybody gifts me yarn those are the only times that I am allowed to have yarn. Although I am somewhat stocked up on cotton yarn, but I don't know. We'll see. But I am definitely going to put myself on a yarn diet because there's some gorgeous, pretty yarn. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm like, if I'm washed out, I mean, I'm pale to begin with, but if I'm washed out, I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's the only way I'm allowed to buy yarn. 2014, yet it has been really good to me. I think I'm going to post a little YouTube video for you guys of year-in review on what I've done and made this year, because I made quite a bit of stuff. Let's see what else. Travel. Of course, I said I want to travel more. Yeah, it's been good. This week has been good. So I'm looking forward to being with you guys next year. I do plan on making some changes to the podcast. Good changes, I hope. I want not intro music, but a new intro picture, maybe, for the podcast. I did think of toying with the idea of changing the name from Nicolo's World Podcast to something else. But then I'm like, no, everybody knows it as that, and I don't want to confuse anybody. I'm surprised nobody's ever asked me why I call it Nicolo's World Podcast. I'm not going to tell you guys why I call it that unless somebody asks me. I kind of like the intro music, no matching socks, because if I make socks, the toes don't always match, and I like that. That's why I like the music. What else? That's about it, you guys. I want to, good changes to the group, more keeping up on the show notes, on the blog. We're obviously going to have more alongs going on. So yeah, hopefully I also am thinking of trying to find better ways to edit this, better editing. I'm also looking maybe at getting a video camera instead of using my webcam on my laptop. I have been also using my iPad. So if you guys like that, me when I use my iPad, if the quality seems better, let me know. I do want to save up and get a camera. I'm also going to borrow from the Bakery Bears from Dan and Kay and do some little on-location shots like where I travel and show you guys. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you guys again next year, which is in a few days. So remember, treat everybody the way you want to be treated, and have a wonderful, great, happy, safe New Year's. Until then, I will see you guys later. Bye.